What's up with the what's up?
Word, live from the dungeon. Talking sports with TNO. I'm your host, Aggressive O.
And I'm his co-host this week, Angry Ted, and we're here to bring you the latest and greatest post-draft.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, he come trotting in here all happy-go-lucky and yay, Philadelphia 7. Yo, he did not want Ben Simmons. And if y'all look back into the archives of the previous shows, he was grinding Ben Simmons. I cannot win with him. I don't like him. I don't like his attitude. He's not a team player. He's this, he's that. And look at it.
Are you gonna put me? You gonna put me on front?
I told you from day one, Ben Simmons was coming here, and he coming here to do damage. He ready to put us on the map, dog.
And ladies and gentlemen, I stand in front of the fires and the flame. I'm not a fraud. I'm not a fraud. But anyway, Ben Simmons is going to be, I had to dig deep. And you know what, Aggressive Bro? I stand up. I got to be a stand-up dude. I put it right there, and I let you know that Ben Simmons is going to be a monster in this league. And when he develops a jump shot, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be unparalleled, the things that this man could do. He could pass the ball. It's obvious. And then you surround him with a Joel Embiid, who prayerfully is healthy. And, even if not, you'll still have Noel, because I think they should keep Noel at this point. Since you couldn't offload him for Chris Dunn, you have to keep Noel at this point. And unfortunately, the big oak tree has to be traded. And Phoenix is out there. What do you think about that? I think there should be a deal so that we can bring in Eric Bledsoe as that off guard to Ben Simmons, who will play the point forward, ladies and gentlemen.
You see how smoothly and softly he was talking about Ben Simmons? Did you see this? Unbelievable. Listen, man, I watched the kid. I watched him play. God. I went, to the YouTube and I watched him play, and I said, this kid is amazing. The things he can do with that basketball, and the Sixers, now we don't have to look for that point guard. We can have Ish come off the bench. And yeah, Oak Tree gotta go. Send him to Phoenix, bring over Bledsoe. Now you got the like you said, compliment Ben, who's gonna play the point forward. And now you got Embiid, you got Noel on one side, Embiid in the middle, and then you toss it up between if the kid Sarge is gonna come over, and if he comes over, that's great. And now we'll have Covington come off, and that's you know what I'm saying. We gotta let me finish because I feel as though this now you're adding pieces to your bench, which the kids that were starting last year, now they're valuable bench players this year.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I look at it as, with the Sarge situation, a lot of, there's been a lot of rumors out there. He's coming, he's not. He's coming, he's not. But looking at it from a fan's perspective and basically a common sense perspective for Sarge, putting myself in his shoes, why you look for long-term stability. So the long-term stability for him would be to come over this year. I know a lot of analysts have been saying it wouldn't be financially beneficial to him and all these type things. Well, that's what's up. It might not be at first, but looking into the future, he can set himself up real nicely for whether it's here or somewhere else. And why I say that is I look at it like with him coming over, he can be a part of the build now, where we're building towards trying to win a championship, not a rebuild, a build towards something. You know what I'm saying? So now we're building towards a championship, and he could be a part of that, as opposed to coming over a year later when we may strike gold this year and possibly
anything's possible.
You know what I'm saying? Get into the playoffs, and now we got a core that we've established, and it's hard to break that chemistry once the chemistry's set with a team. What do you think about that?
That's a great point, because if he decides to stay and don't come over, we will build that chemistry, and everybody will get to know each other on the floor. Well, he's supposed to be here in the corner sitting. He's supposed to be setting the screen. And they all, know each other's flaws and know each other's strengths. And then you come over the following year, and it's like, I can't put you in the mix. Now you got to come off the bench and work yourself in because you decided to stay and not build with something.
And something happened last night, which I hate. I despise. If you, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't hate the Boston Celtics, that franchise, that stinking city, I hate them. If you don't hate them after last night, their idiot owner had a nerve to put out there that the trade that was offered to them in order for us to get the third pick to possibly pick Chris Dunn or Jamal Murray. It was kind of crazy. He said that trade was the Sixers were trying to rob him. If anything, the Sixers were giving up too much to Boston for that.
I agree.
I mean, these guys, Danny Ainge is a
who's been a Sixer hater. Who's been a Sixer hater.
For lack of a better term, a piece of crap. And it's always been a piece of crap. A lot of you probably don't remember, but back in the day when Atlanta played Boston in the playoffs from Angels with the Celtics, this sucker got into a rumble with Tree Rollins and bit him on his finger like a punk. So that lets you know what type of dude he is. Danny Ainge, you, the Boston Celtics, Boston fans, you stink, you suck, and you're gonna suck this year.
And you might be in the lottery next year. So we making the playoffs this year, I believe. So with that being said, like the other draft picks, the Timothy Luwawu Cabarro.
Yeah. So you know what I'm gonna call him? Call him the Cabbage Man. That's what his name is. His name Cabbage. Mr. Cabbage.
Do you think?
Now hopefully you can earn that name, but just looking at the kid.
Do you think that he was somewhat of a draft ship kind of player? Like, do you think the Sixers are really not done with trying to fish something out there? For
no,
a team?
I think.
Or do you think he's going to stay?
I think the assets now is not the draft picks that we pick. Either two things might happen with this guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's also a second round in the NBA. People forget about that too. And I think we got a couple second rounders coming up too. But people forget that it's a hit or miss. You know what I'm saying, at that position. You know what I'm saying? You can either have I like to say, you can either have a Manu Ginobili, or you can have a guy that's going to spend the rest of his career at the D-League. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully we hit, another 3-and-D wing player who can hit the three and play some defense on, your small forwards, and sometimes in small lineups swing over to the power forward. You need that. This is where it's going, like, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't want to really recognize that the league gave. You need your traditional big man, which we have one in MD who's a back to the basket, but he can also shoot too. People forget that.
He's gonna pose matchup problems in the East for one reason, and that's the East don't have a big man other than Porzingis. To me, that's worth, that's like an all-star. Everybody else is going to be an issue. I call him Baby Elijah.
Wow, I'm telling you right now, if you got a lineup coming out there next year, look at this lineup. Now, let's say, for instance, hypothetically, and I know everything go through. Eric Bledsoe, your one. Your two is hot sauce, Nick Stauskas. Yeah, people down on him, but let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, this dude was an 8th pick in the lottery and was one of the most prolific college three-point shooters in the league. I know a lot of people down on him, say, his college threes. The man can shoot. You know what I'm saying? He just had 2 tough luck breaks with being one with that organization out there in Sacramento that stinks and is like becoming the abyss. And then for 2, last year's team, which the Sixers, we know, we were tanking for this very moment right now.
Yeah.
Then the two of us will
I don't believe, son. I don't believe.
Bro.
Please, Angry Tech, please.
I'm sorry,
please
man.
Don't. I'm gonna allow you to get on the bandwagon later. Right now you got to suffer. You gotta suffer.
Oh man, I'm sorry. You
got to apologize.
I apologize because I didn't let my intelligent, sports-minded thinking take over me and you know, the ghost of Sixers mistake past. Since '96 we haven't got a first rounder right yet, except for we got Okafor right and we got MD because both those guys.
Allen Iverson said it best. He's a star, and that's what we've been missing since he left.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, I will get my tickets. I'm telling you, the first game we sold out. I'll be in the building.
You better get your tickets now. You better get your tickets now because when they sell out, they sell out. You remember the Pat Croce days? Hey. This house is rocking. It's gonna be another.
You know, we got every right for that, aggressive vote, because you know what, you was on Ben Simmons bandwagon from day one, and like I said, ladies and gentlemen, all seriousness, all jokes aside, but I apologize from the heart.
Listen, all right, we drafted another kid,
Furkan Korkmaz.
Yeah,
now this dude,
he's a shooting guard.
Yeah, shooting guard from over there in Doofus. He plays with Sarge right now, and he's a deadly shooter. You know, one of those guys, a drafted stash player, which the Sixers can afford to do, because obviously we know we're going to get some veterans in here that can play, that can make a difference. And I think those veterans are going to come in the form of that point guard position, and a backup two guard that can possibly push Stauskas for the starting job. One of those type vets. And I really believe that the Sixers are going to be in great shape. See, we still have that draft pick next year, that with the Kings, that abyss of an organization, when they fall flat on their face, we could possibly switch out their pick. Now that could be a potential number one, where we can possibly draft our future point guard. It's things are looking up.
It's a lot.
Sixers basketball is back, baby. And I will get my authentic number 25. Yo, Ben Simmons signed a large deal, and I don't even know what the exact figure is, but let's just say he's gonna be paid in an Escalade already. He signed a deal with Nike, yo. I wonder what the sneakers are gonna look like. I wonder.
Guess what?
Stuff like
I'll be the first to tell you, I'm copping them Ben Simmons, baby.
Yeah, I will, and I will have me an authentic.
Here we go. Listen, you can't get nothing, and you can't get nothing until the start of the season. I don't want to hear you talking about Ben Simmons at all,
man. But you know, we got it.
They drafted a couple other players. I know they drafted a point guard, another power forward. Those names. I'll have, once I get the rest of the draft picks. But
this summer league, I know it's gonna be one of the highest rated summer leagues in Philadelphia history, bro.
Yes.
Everybody's watching. It's coming up soon in July, and I can't wait.
Hey, I might even want to fly to Orlando, bro.
Listen, you gonna be down there, bro.
Yeah.
You gonna be in Myrtle.
I might want to say slide.
Hey,
you never know.
But yeah, we would be remiss that we didn't mention all the haters, all the doubters. The greatest player in the NBA right now, LeBron James, did it again. I told people 3-1 don't matter. History was made, man. Congratulations to the city of Cleveland.
Once again, and I do believe if they can break a 52-year curse, listen, Philadelphia next. I do believe it. And if you don't believe it, you didn't watch the draft last night. You didn't watch the Phillies draft. You didn't watch the Eagles draft. We definitely building for the future. It's coming. And Saturday, the Flyers draft. You'll see. It's coming. Philly curse is about to get snapped. Trust me,
man.
But take nothing away from the Cleveland fans and LeBron James and his team for working hard and not doubting themselves, down 3-1 and able to fight back. And they took it one game at a time. And Brian said, if we get me to the game 7, I'll play it anyway.
Hey, and that mentality, man, one of the greatest blocks that could have never been mentioned if Kyrie would have never made that shot. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what would have happened, that 3-point shot. And if Iguodala, who I despise as a player, lucky, would have been lucky enough, and he would have been lucky enough, because that's the type of career he has, to put poo-poo out on the court 1 minute, have an excuse for it, and then does something lucky and celebrates like he's the greatest player alive. But in any event, LeBron, great block out of nowhere, man. That dude, he shows so much tenacity, man. I'm happy for a guy like that, bro.
I also said you know, to a lot of people I've talked to about, you know, Golden State. Golden State is a great organization for what they've accomplished, you know, but Golden State and what I like about Tyronn Lue, he basically out-coached Steve Kerr, you know, and trying to go small and thinking you can beat them with that same mentality, you know, it paid a toll. Like the Splash Brothers did not show up this finals. They did not show up to me. You know, all those shots that they would hit, you know, wasn't making it. They don't get back on defense, and this is the reason. And this is the reason why, you know, Cleveland was able to, you know, come back from a 3-1 deficit. Golden State does not play defense. Draymond Green plays defense. And shout out to them, he had a great game. But as you can see, you couldn't do it alone.
Absolutely. And like I've told people time in and time again, when you get physical with Steph Curry, he don't like it. That's why he stays outside and shoots those threes, which he does which he's the greatest at doing. Like let's not, you know, take no credit away from him. But I'm so glad that they lost, because people don't understand. The bandwagoners, like I've seen Sixer fans, certified Sixer fans. It's not bad to like who you like, but turning back on the Sixers and just be like, yo, I'm Golden State, out of nowhere. When Golden State wasn't even thought of, you know, when they had them big W's and
Hear me out. Who knew about Golden State with the Chris Mullins and the Tim Hardaway?
Nobody.
The PJ Carlissimos and the Latrell Sprewells. Come on, man. You know, so they just became overnight Golden State fans because Steph. And I understand, one player can make you like a team. I agree, because
absolutely,
you know, but at the end of the day, he's a shooter.
I'm talking about bandwagoners who have been certified Sixer fans all their life, jumping like frogs in the lake, just jumping.
I tell you what, man. I tell you what, man. The NBA has grown to a league where, you know, those superstars are getting old and time is running out, so they're gonna jump bandwagon. And if this man does this, if KD decide he want to try this behind over to Golden State Warriors, and you know, I would his legacy will fold. And why I say that is, you don't run to a team that's beating you. You build a team to beat that team.
Bro, I'll put it to you like this, Aggressive O. And if you think about it, man, you look at it. If KD does that, will he be criticized the same way LeBron was?
You can't, because LeBron, I'm going to tell you, and I'm glad you brought that up, because LeBron wasn't getting over that Boston Celtics hump. Right?
Right.
So he didn't say, well, you know what? I'm a free agent. I'm going to go to the Celtics because they keep beating me. No, he went to the Miami Heat and beat the Celtics.
Right. With better talent.
You know what I'm saying? Now he said, okay, I got my championships. I needed those. I'm gonna go ahead and go back home.
Which is crazy, because how amazing it is. Your first year back home.
Second
year back home, you win a title. First year you go to the finals. Wow. This man,
that shows you something about his talent.
You can't hate on that man.
You can't sit there and say if he didn't have weight.
I only hope and pray that if Ben Simmons is a quarter of what LeBron is, bruh, we on our way.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, people down LeBron so bad about the decision he made, though, a while over 5 years ago, I'm gonna say, to leave Cleveland and go to Miami. I was upset. I said, man, no, why you do it? Make them come to you. This is your home. Don't leave your home. But watching and realizing, I understand why. He went and he got his championships. And now he's back home. And I'm going to tell you, 2 years ago, when he decided I'm coming back home, he set out on his promise and said, I'm going to bring a championship back. And he did it. The fire that he had, it was a different LeBron than last year. How that team came out after they made that decision to get rid of Black and bring Tyronn Lue into the game, who know the game, who's been in those championship fiery moments. You know, played against our idol. You know, one of our idols, Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you know, he know the feeling. He know how the magnitude of the game in the NBA. Not saying Black didn't, but when you got a player that played the game and played in those moments, you tend to listen to them.
Absolutely.
You know, because they know what they talking about.
Absolutely.
And that's what happened, man. He instilled belief in him, told LeBron, go do you. You got help.
Well, with that being said, we must end the show on a comedic form. We must end it. So, last night, I thought of this in my head. I said, now, you know, you got all types of guys walking across the stage, you know, for their first NBA draft. I wanted to interview a foreign player who has just been drafted #1 and get his thoughts. So we're gonna go right into it. I'm here with the first pick of the draft, my man, Mr. Alejandro Pedro Esquire. What's up, man? How you feel, man, with being drafted #1 by yours truly?
Poto lo sapati che Pedro Lamaghi, ai o solo bagi, mai o talasi bigat.
And since you're the #1 pick, what do you plan on bringing to the table with the new squad that we have formed?
Peroso o le begini di gamaki o mai e to lo sabi capiam. E lo veloce che mi vai o con la medida le bigoto.
And my last question from my man Alejandro, right now, what would you say to the fans of our city, and how do you feel about the city thus far from what you've seen during your visits?
E vos o le vas a seguir matore bi el champion.
And with that being said, what's up with the what's up? Word, check us out, yo. Get in where you fit in. Talk Sports with Tino. Thanks for your support.
Continue with your support. We out.